Welcome to Norman, Oklahoma, and the heart of the Sooner Nation. Memorial Stadium already rocking with the sounds of Boomer Sooner. We're going to hear that all day. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Breaking free at the 35. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
One play, and they're already past the 40. 1st and 10. Give it to the back again. Some hard running there through a tackle. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44. This is a determined running back, just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team, and you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Checks this down to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
The defense able to hold him there to a short gain. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Comes up with the catch. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
One of the areas that separates good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offense is on 3rd down passing plays. And that was a perfect call and really well executed.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. The shotgun handoff here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 1st period of play. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. We've completed the 1st quarter, and the run game has dominated. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Can you say methodical? A marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runners got it again. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He pulls in the catch. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually...
He's looking deep here. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball in man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Looking to throw yet again. Catch made on the left side. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
It's a gamble here. Offense going for it on 4th down inside their own 40. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Oh, the pass is picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Looking to throw it deep. Catch is made way down inside the 30. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, it's a great touchdown by the quarterback and receiver, but I just can't help but think this is why defensive coordinators work so hard on the pursuit drill. Better effort from the collective defense might have prevented that from being a touchdown.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a deep completion. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's hit as he throws it. Catch is made, room to run here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. And the Sooners will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at
the 14, and the LSU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quick completion to the tight end.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
And they heave it deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
The defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
With the carry is the running back. Tackle is made at the 44-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Down he goes. A sack.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this third down. Quarterback drops back. Fires this one deep middle. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. One team ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here. They'll kick it away here. Not fielded cleanly. It's a loose football. And they've got the returner corralled. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. So some of that first half lead is gone. This game has gotten tighter. There's some urgency now in this possession. Locates the tight end. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They're going to run it. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Third down play coming up after that run. They go with a direct snap. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
That's caught. It's Brooks. They bring him down after a short gain there.
He's tackled.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This offense is still clicking. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. It's an option look. Pitches to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe.
Touchdown, Tigers. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's an old-school leap, just up and over the defense into the end zone.
Man, that running back needs to find a picture of that touchdown. Up into the air. He can frame that. That's a nice score to remember.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
He's brought down at the 25-yard line. Second down coming up.
Important second down play coming up. They'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
He's going down.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Aiming for the end zone. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start.
Touchdown, LSU. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is Warren can.
Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. After the sack on first down, it's second down. Bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And it's complete downfield. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
This one falls in. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught quickly. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, these guys just won't let up. I mean, they already have this game out of reach. They have a big lead. They're still throwing the football and still just putting it on this defense every chance they get.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Picks up 6. And that's a first down for the offense.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And the offense takes timeout with 26 seconds remaining.
Well, these guys just won't let up. Another big positive gain here in the passing game from this offense. This is one of those games where you kind of look forward to the film study. You get through things on Saturday night. Maybe you go over there on Sunday to the facility, and on Monday as a team, you break down the film. They'll be pretty happy when they get the chance to look at this one.
The offense now looking at a third and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout. A solid performance in all areas by this team. Their coaches should be proud of how they looked out there today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.